Hey, all my Geminis, it's your brother Zen, and welcome to your monthly essence reading for the month of May. And I'm excited. This is the first time I'm doing these, and I really love just the setup that the creator's given me for this. And what we're going to do is I've split out this tarot deck into the major arcana and the minor arcana. The major arcana, this first card we're going to pull is going to be kind of your overall monthly energy or focus on there. And then I've split out each of the minor arcana, and I'll talk more about those as I get to those. And before we get started, I just want to welcome the creator here. I know you're always with us, and we thank you for being with us today. And we are so grateful for your unconditional love that you have for us and for the love messages that you want to give us today. We also welcome all our angels, our guardian angels, our spirit guides, all of our ancestors and loved ones who've gone to the other side, as well as any of those magical, unconditional, loving beings of light on the other side. All of you that want to be here with us today and help bring through love messages, we welcome you and we thank you. All right, so let's see. For all my Geminis, what would you like our Geminis to know? Okay. Wow, beautiful. So you've got the sun, which this just means just victory, just wonderful things happening. You know, it's just basking in the sun. You're going to have so much, I'm getting under the spout where all the glory comes out. You're just going to have so much success, so much lovely things flowing through for the month of May. You're just going to be like these beautiful sunflowers that are just growing, having so many seeds that are coming to fruition, so much harvesting, just so much wonderfulness that's coming your way. So it's a beautiful, beautiful card. I mean, it's one of the most happiest, luckiest, successful type of cards in the major arcana. So it's just pretty much saying you got victory coming, you got wonderful things coming in the month of May. So woohoo! I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Also, we're going to pull one of the Spirit of the Animal Oracle, also to get just more clarification and information on what your May is going to look like. But that Sun card is just pretty much like, all right, we're done. Don't mess with anything that doesn't need fixing. But you have a lot of great things coming your way. Just exciting things. I just feel a lot of external things, inner things, but we're going to get into all those in a minute too, just to see where it's all impacting you. But for the overall energies for Gemini for the month of May, what else would you like our lovely Geminis to know, please? Okay, nope, they said not those. They said there's just going to be one card come in here. There we go. All right. And you got the dragon, supernatural. I love that. I'll show you the bottom here and I'll read this too. It says, "You are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity." Such a powerful card too. I'm all about Chinese dragons, especially because Chinese dragons are like the supernatural angel type for the the Far East, kind of the Orient area. I know our English West culture has made it like it's a beast and the knights fight it to defeat it because it's evil, but really the Eastern kind of take on the Chinese dragons, and those are all about spiritual, powerful, divine beings, more like along this line here. Let's see what additional message we have in here. It says, "Dragon is a mysterious, powerful, and dynamic totem. It is the shaman's and magician's wisest ally. Dragons are pure, conscious energy and can shapeshift at will. All four elements have dragons. We got air dragons, control intellect, reason, and illumination. Fire dragons harness creativity, passion, and mastery. Water dragons are depth, insight, and intuition, and earth dragons rule wealth, riches, and manifestation. If you're drawn to dragon, you're called to step into your highest potential. You can lift yourself up from mundane struggles and become liberated from the common life. Are you ready? The winged dragon is symbolic of transcendence, freedom, and higher consciousness. It is a symbol for emperors and kings. If dragon is your totem, you are marked for power. Use it well. A purposeful life is your great treasure. Your wings are your breath, your body, the earth, the water, your blood, and the fire is your eternal spirit. Let your life rise from the ordinary to become the extraordinary. Wow, I love that. And so powerful, especially, coming with the sun card, because the sun in our solar system is what keeps all the planets together, rotating around it, right? It's what brings life to our planet. Without the sun, plants would die and we would die. It's such a powerful month for you, just full of you're glowing, like the sun. What I love about these cards too is they give like 4 kind of questions or contemplations for it. So the first one is, are you roaring around? Roaring like a dragon? Are you roaring around? Have you misused your power? Have you been hiding in your cave too long? Do not be too reclusive. So I love that for, I'm an introvert, and so I can definitely get too reclusive where sometimes I would go a week without actually seeing a human being, sometimes 2 weeks, and I wouldn't even realize it. But so this is saying, you are the sun, you have this power, you have so much to give, you have so much wisdom to share, that don't hide yourself, because you got to let your light shine here with that sun there. Okay, so next what we're going to do, so the minor arcana, I have separated it out into the 4 different suits, and it's funny because this one talked about all the fire, water, earth, and air, which is what each of these cards, each of the decks represent, so we're definitely going to dive into that. The first one is fire, and so fire is going to represent for you spirit. That's your spiritual journey. What is your spiritual adventure going to look like for the month of May? What's going to be happening on your spirit side of your being? And then we'll pull a card here also from the Return of Spirit to get you additional messages. So, all right, Creator, what would you like Geminis to know about their spiritual journey for the month of May? What would you like them to know for the month of May? Almost. I can feel the cards are arranging themselves to have your card pop out and make itself known. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of time when it's such few cards to get it in its proper place. They said they want to give you the perfect message, so here she comes. Yep, you got the Queen of Fire. So, this is normally like the Queen of Wands, which is all about just harnessing that, that beautiful spirit energy that you have. I feel like magic is that unconditional love energy, the essence of the Creator that everything is made of, that lives inside us. When the Queen, of fire, the Queen of Spirit for me would be the Holy Spirit, which would be the Divine Mother, the Goddess. And for you, I really feel like during the month of May, in religion, currently in the present of Earth, it focuses so much on the Divine Father side of our Creator, the masculine side. And before all that, in the ancient times, they actually was very matriarchal, and they focused on the Goddess and the Divine Mother. And so I feel for the month of May, it's really going to be connecting to the more softer side. So if you're not into, Goddess and Divine Mother, think of it as the Holy Spirit, because that is the comforter that, Christianity and other religions talk about, that was sent, to help us. That's that nurturer, that, the mother side of our Creator. And so it'll be a time for you to embrace that. And what comes with that is we move away from this harsh feeling of, it's an emperor god that just wants things to get done and has his, architecture and plans, and let's go, we got work to do, to more of the mothering that, no, it's about being nurtured. It's about being held, being comforted, being loved unconditionally. And so I really feel that's going to be a focus for the month of May for you there. So I would look into, Mother God, Divine Mother, or Holy Spirit, if that's, your preference for your religion or whatever spiritual beliefs you have. Focus on the feminine side of it. All right, let's see what other message we have for your spirit for the month of May. I know some of you Geminis do have your birthday between, around the 19th or 20th to the end of the month. So happy birthday to you, if your birthday falls within that period of time. It's a great time. It's your next rotation around the sun, right? Round and round and round we go. All right, what else would you like Geminis to know about their spiritual journey in the month of May? Okay, I feel like that one wants to come out here. You got the voice here. Those are like vocal cords, beautiful, beautifully decorated vocal cords. And I love this. Before I read from the book, though, I really feel like the book will talk about this, having your own voice and making sure you speak your truths and things like that. But I feel with it tying in with this Queen of Fire, with the feminine side of the spirit, that this is about giving voice to that vulnerable side, that nurturing side, that unconditionally loving side, and that the spiritual journey for you is going to be, it would be pretty substantial for you, because again, all the conditioning that you've had about the masculine, but we haven't really made room for that feminine side, whether it's this picture of, Mary holding Jesus after he died, it's that silent strength, it's that inner lovingness of forgiving the world even though they just killed your son. It's about turning away those beliefs that you have about yourself based on how your mother or your father treated you. And this is about opening up to this pure unconditional love and allowing that voice to be the one that you follow, that voice that you believe and understand and listen to. Let that one take precedence, not all those other voices that told you who you weren't and how you failed and what you're doing wrong and who they wish you could be and blah 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 blah. Let that drown out, like I don't know if you ever watched the Peanuts with Snoopy and all that, when they're in the classroom and the teacher goes mwah, 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 let that become that, and that this voice from the Divine Mother, from the Holy Spirit, from Goddess, let that become the voice that you listen to, because it is an unconditionally loving voice. All right, and then the book here, it says, let your voice be heard. You're a beautiful and wise being of the divine, made to bring forth your individual truth and expression. No more holding back. No more staying small. You're being called now to use the gift of your words and the power of your voice. What you have to say is important. What you have to share is needed. You could be finding yourself being asked to step out in front of groups to talk, or you may be finding that situations keep coming up where you've been given an opportunity to be vocal about what you think, believe, or feel. For many of us, this does not come easily, right? Who enjoys getting in front of crowds? Not a whole lot of us. Often we have had past experiences which discouraged us from expressing ourselves openly. It's time to begin to heal those old understandings and allow yourself to be seen and heard. Each of us has a unique expression. Whether you're being asked to sing, to chant, to pray, to speak, or to teach, it is your voice that needs to be heard. This can also be related to simply stating what is true for you in your relationships. It could involve stating your point of view, your needs, or your desires, regardless of how different they may be. It's time to remember who you are. You are a spark of God. Stand up for yourself. Stand tall in what you believe. Speak from your heart, and your words will always be heard. Your voice is a gift, and it is meant to be shared. You are about to empower yourself in a way that you have not experienced before. You'll notice that by taking the step of being vocal, you'll fall more into alignment of what you are really here to do. I love that. I love that. So connect with your inner spirit, connect with that unconditional love. And when you connect with that, when you speak from a place of unconditional love, you have nothing to fear, because when you're speaking out of love, you come across loving. You don't come across as judging or, critical or trying to change someone or challenging someone. When you're speaking from a place of love, then people are just like, oh, I want unconditional love, and they'll listen. But of course, if you're speaking with a finger pointing at them, who doesn't put up a wall when people are going, you need to blah, 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 it's like, I'm going to go the opposite way. All right. So that's spirit. That's kind of what you're doing. I love the spark reference because the sun, you're the star, you're the spark in the sky, spark out in the darkness that cannot be hidden. So, let yourself be known. Speak your truth. Connect with your higher love. And then we're going into the Earth card. Earth is the Pentacles, and that's going to all be about just the physical world, what's going on in your physical world, your physical body, your physical environment. And then we'll pull a card here from the Enchanted Map to give you some information on that as well. So what would you like Geminis to know about their physical world and their physical bodies in the month of May? Just their physical environment that's outside themselves. What's going to be going on out there? What would you like us to know? Okay. All right. Very good. Now you got Queen of Earth. And I love this because for me, the Queen of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Earth, this is all about Mother Nature. It's about, again, it's about, it reminds me of the Empress. It's the birthing, it's the growing, it's the just birthing of so many things. It's the harvest too. You're going to be getting these things coming in. And so, a queen and a queen, too, when you recognize the spiritual essence that is behind the earth, it's even its own entity. It has its own energy, even its own personality. And just to know that our bodies come from Mother Earth, and the life that's breathed in to these bodies, to this clay that keeps us all together, that is the love from Mother Earth to us. And they granted us this body to walk around in so that our spirit and soul could inhabit this body and walk around on this adventure on the earth. So I really love that, for the month of May, it's about connecting to nature and about getting out in nature and recognizing just the beauty and the love that comes from nature for you. Let's get some more information here too on the Enchanted Map Oracle here for you. You definitely have this mother type of energy for the month of May. So that can also be interacting with your birth mother, or someone that represents your mother here if you don't have your earth mother here any longer. Okay, what else would you like Geminis to know? Oh, okay, right away. Got stuck in the mud. I always love that little bird on the back there. Getting a different perspective. That's the number 24. I love how it's the same colors as that too. And let me get the meaning behind this card for you. So it says you're being invited to stop and savor the wonder of your life. Becoming stuck is sometimes the only way to trick yourself into slowing down and looking around you. In fact, this is a sign that you need to shift your focus away from what you're doing and place your attention elsewhere. Like in Mother Nature, getting out to Mother Nature, right? Struggling will only get you to even muddier places. Now is not the time to move forward, but to observe. Clarity about the circumstances will come a little later. Stop and find the joy in what you've been overlooking. Soon you'll be out of the mud, but for now, be still and know that Spirit has a plan for you. And I always like to read the reversals on here too, because it can give you additional information on what you may go through, because we have an ebb and flow of moving between the positive and the challenging in our life. So it says, this card can also remind you that you're stuck due to your obstinate desire to get what you want, when and how you want it. Perhaps it's uncomfortable to admit that the course of action you've chosen for yourself isn't right for you now. Even so, you have a choice. You can struggle in the mud and get nowhere, or take a moment to observe where you are, then step out, wash away the dirt, dry off, and find other things to do. A much better adventure awaits you. You'll know when it's time to embark upon it. Beautiful. So I love that extra message, but I really feel, this is about getting out of the surroundings that you're in and getting to a place where you can observe your life. And I really feel just this call to nature for you, for this month, because Mother Nature is like calling you, saying, come to me, come spend some time with me and feel my love for you. All right. Next, we're going to go into the air, which is the swords, which is all about the mind. So I'm using this suit to talk to you about your mind, your thoughts. What kind of challenges and journey are you going to have during the month of May in your mind? So it's all about beliefs, your thoughts, your mental state. So, Creator, what would you like Geminis to know about their mentalness in the month of May, please? Okay. Well, now you got the King of Air. So you got the queens and the kings. So the king of the air, what I love about this is about, the king masters his mind, his thoughts. He understands them. He understands where they're coming from. The mind no longer rolls over him, he rolls over his thoughts. So we go through this transition in our life where we're reactionary, and because of everything we've been taught since we were young, we're taught when this happens, this is how we should feel about it. This is what we should do about it. And so we have the thoughts and beliefs, and we just protect them and we defend them and rah, 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 right? But as we mature and grow and evolve through our path in life, we start understanding that, and we start to question our thoughts, question our beliefs about things, and we start opening our mind and not taking, like, I just had the thought come through, don't believe everything you read on the internet. We start to understand, like, wait a minute, there's all these 3 thoughts that have come, but they all contradict each other. So really only one can be true, which is true for me. And it's how you go through and you challenge your beliefs about life, everything you've been told, that we just take on just because someone said it, we take it on as truth, but then we start questioning it and we go, you know what? I'm going to look into it and decide what I want to believe. What is my truth? What is my truth? And then I'm also going to pull a card here from the numerology deck just to get some clarification on there. Regarding this as well, about your own thoughts and your own beliefs. You become the master of your thoughts. In the month of May, you just really start to question, what is it that I'm believing and why? All right, what else do I... Okay. Cards are coming quickly. So you got number 2, patience. And I'll read from the deck, from the book here as well, but I really feel that when you question your thoughts, don't feel you have to make immediate change either. Because one of the things that I know in my life that made me hesitant to question my beliefs is that, oh my God, if I question it and I find out that I don't want to believe that anymore, I have to change right away and I have to change it. It's like, no. When you question your thoughts, it's all about just gathering information. When you want to make change, you can. And if you don't want to make change, you don't have to. That's our power. We control what we do. We are the ones who decide, right? And so no one can force me to change anything, when I've told people that before, they're like, well, what if someone comes up and holds a gun to your head and says, this is what you need to believe or we'll kill you? They're forcing you to believe what you want. And I'm like, well, they can, you still make a decision. Do I want to die or do I want to live? And I'm like, okay, I want to live. So I can act like I'm believing what they're believing, but I don't have to. One of the stories that came about was there was like this little young boy and they were traveling across country and he was in the back seat with his brothers and they were all having these fights and he wouldn't stop picking on his brothers and stop fighting, so they moved him to the front seat in between the parents. And he was standing up and he wouldn't sit down and they kept on telling him he needed to sit down. And he wouldn't, and so they're like, if you don't sit down, we're taking away all your toys for a month. And so he sat down and he crossed his arms and he was all, I may be sitting down on the outside, but I'm standing up on the inside. So that, it's just this, you never have to think any way that you don't want to. If you feel you have to pretend on the outside, you still always get to choose what you believe on the inside. Also, so the book talks about patience here. It indicates a time to stop and enjoy the present moment. So kind of like the stuck in the mud. As nothing more can be done to achieve the outcome you desire. Rather than take action, you're being asked to evaluate your progress and clarify your dreams, which will help you manifest them sooner. I like that, clarifying your dreams, because again, your dreams are these thoughts of what you think are supposed to be your dream, but you get to decide what really your dream is. This card also indicates a need to take your time and pace yourself instead of making hasty plans and decisions. Failure to do so could result in stress and disappointment. It's an opportunity to focus all your energy and intention on visualizing your dreams as opposed to pushing against the obstacles standing in your way. Surrender the outcome to the universe and get on with living your life. Allow things to come to fruition in divine order and timing. In order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life, cycles that are encouraging you to be patient and still. Stillness is the key to receiving clear and accurate guidance, and patience will help you attract the outcome you desire. And the affirmation for this card is, I patiently trust and surrender the outcome to the divine. Awesome. Let me take a quick swig of water here. All right, thank you. And then lastly, what we're going to look at is water. Water, of course, is cups in the regular tarot. And it is like your emotions. Where spirit, too, is like your being. We're a spirit being. Our soul is kind of like this device. It's the point that our higher self connects with our lower self, our physical being. And so it's within the soul that we feel our emotions. We are aware of things. And, it's the depths, it's our subconscious too. So this, what we're going to ask of this deck is just, what is your emotional journey for the month of May? So we'll just ask, what, for the Geminis for the month of May, what's their emotional journey, please? What would you like them to know about their emotional journey in the month of May? There's a card trying to come out here. Let's see if it pops out further for us. Okay, there it is. This is beautiful. So this is Messenger of Water, which is normally the Knight of Cups in there. I love the little seahorse there. So this is about action in your emotions. What I really feel the message for you is that being aware of how your emotions are influencing your moment by moment decisions. When we're focused in on those things that we're not believing anymore, they come out. I just had this picture of there was a scientist, and you probably have heard of this, but he froze water crystals. But what they did is they did experiments where, like, they would take, water and speak harshly to it, and hatred and, negative words and fear words to it. And then they would take other water and speak love and, joy and all these wonderful loving emotions to it. And then they would freeze it and allow it to crystallize. And over again, these, the negative ones would crystallize and just be just harsh, dark crystallizations, where the loving ones would be these beautiful, crystals. And it was just such a stark thing. And so I really feel the message with this is just being aware of what words that you're speaking to your water, your inner water, because you are made of mostly water. So what words are you speaking to yourself, to your inner water? Because that will impact you. That'll impact your being, your physical body too. It just impacts every area of your life. And that includes what words, like your self-talk and outward talk about yourself, but also the words that you speak to others, of course, also get absorbed into your water being here. So that is the message there is, just be aware of what you're speaking. Because I love that he's right here in front of the mouth going, what are you saying to me? Are you going to tell me you love me? Or are you going to tell me that you hate me? Love, love, love. Every moment is a choice between choosing unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love. And then for your last card that we're going to pull, it's going to be from the Journey of Love deck, just to get your last message for your emotional journey for the month of May. What last message would you like to have for the Geminis for their emotional journey, please? Okay. Simplicity. It's the number 4. what I love about this, and I'll also read from this book here, but in talking to a friend of mine once, they were like, there's just so many decisions, there's just so many different choices in life. And I'm like, actually, life is very simple. We just complicate it. And it was like, just as I just said, every moment is a choice between either unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love. It's one or the other every moment. So it's a very simple, life is very simple that way. Every moment's just that, one or the other. There's just two choices. There's not a gazillion or even three choices. There's like two choices. And so I love that this is just basically saying that simplicity is simple. It's more simple than we've been taught to believe. And for this card, it says, bow to that which is simple. You will find answers to your most complex issues and those questions that seem to defy the possibility of an answer. You will find the solution now through simplicity. Live one day at a time. Have gratitude for whatever you possibly can, even if you are yet to understand why you should be grateful, because you cannot perceive the gift hiding within your struggles quite yet. Trust in the goodness of life, seeking to serve you into becoming the fullness of all that you are. Yes, beloved, even in your darkest night, the light of love is serving you. The most sophisticated of problems can be resolved through a simple answer: love. Trust. Have faith. Be patient. Be patient. Wait, and you shall see. Wait, and you shall see. Let simplicity be. This oracle brings you an answer. Everything is going to be all right. Don't add fuel to the fire and look for ways to sort out complicated matters prematurely. Sometimes ingredients need to cook and percolate so that they can become a meal. The circumstances with which you're struggling will right themselves in time. Stay present and be patient. Pray in your own way. Meditation, time in nature, dance, and literally talk to the divine. When you need to take a clear, simple action, you will feel it. Relax and know it is all going to work out for the best. It says there is peace for one whose heart is open. I love it, love it, love it. So again, it reiterates, be patient, stay where you're at, let simplicity rule it, and you'll know the answer when it comes, but things will work itself out. So, I love the combination of all this message for you. I mean, you're going to have such a flowing May, just go with the flow, stay where you're at, connect to the Divine Mother, the Holy Spirit, Goddess, the Mother, feminine side of the Creator. And just know that, you're this powerful being. You're this powerful being. You have nothing to fear, because you are the sun. You are the spark of the divine. I love this for you. And just know that as you're going into each moment of each day in the month of May, that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And I love you too. And I always throw this on the end, just so you know, if you enjoy these videos, I always appreciate any likes, shares, subscribes, comments, any of those things do help this channel grow, and it helps us be able to share these messages with more people and spread the love. So if you feel like you'd like to do that, just do that down below there. And until next time, just know that you've got this. Shine, shine, shine. You take care.